Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 9 in season number 1 of the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. We are here at the Winchester Speedway for the Herr's Chase the Taste 200, a 30-lap race around what they like to call the world's fastest half mile. And I know that Bristol holds that name, but this local short track in Indiana, they like to call it the world's fastest half mile. This track is very similar to Bristol, and it should be a very interesting race, as was the modified race yesterday. Had a couple crashes in that one, and a pretty good race, and hopefully we get that today. I toned it down just 2% from the modified race, just because we have a lot more cars here in the field. But nonetheless, we should still end up with a great race here today at the Winchester Speedway. Let's get to the starting lineup here for the Herr's Chase the Taste 200. It's Philip Goldberg on the pole alongside him. It's Oscar Ramirez, and we got Jordan Newman, Reagan Whitlock, Grayson Acevedo, Blaine Keys, Garrett Sonor. I think he's the points leader, Davey Johnson in the 54, but if he's not, then it's Dean Wickard in the 25. But I'm pretty sure Davey Johnson's the points leader here in the ARCA Racing Series. You have Wolfgang Stone, Nicholas Gratton, Johnny Bryant, Jesse Turner, Tyler Selsman, Tristan Allen, John Arndt, Dean Wickard, Jake Ferguson, Cole Baker, Hergel Arvin Alonso, Mason Powers, Ryan Madden, Nick Smith, Trey Bartow, Stuart Gratton, Zachary Fitzwater, Julian Quintero, Austin Spencer, Dan Park, John Andrews, Matt Tuck, and Nicholas Samadio. That's the full field starting here at the Winchester Speedway in Winchester, Indiana. These cars are going to roll off, and in about a quarter of a mile, we'll be racing. This is a track that the ARCA Racing Series has been racing for... talking too fast. So this is a track that the ARCA Racing Series, the real ARCA Racing Series, has been racing at for quite a few years. And I felt it rather appropriate to have this track here in this one. Pace car is pulled off, and we're green flag racing here at the Winchester Speedway. And the 69 of Philip Goldberg with a great jump on the start. Oscar Ramirez in the wall a little bit there. But that 69 is pulling away. Got Jordan Newman on the inside. They're bumping off the wall. That was Reagan Whitlock in the 92. See Garrett Sonor, he's in a 3-wide situation. Blaine Keys is way up there right now. But we're still green. And the fact that Philip Goldberg got such a good jump, it's going to really help him. Oscar Ramirez, I think he tapped the wall again. Jordan Newman trying to work the inside lane. Here, the outside lane is the place to be. And John Andrews in the 48. Might have had a problem on the start, and we didn't notice it, but he's back out there in the 48, completing his first lap. He's right now running in last place in that number 48. Now, Philip Goldberg definitely looks like he has a strong car, but he's in the wall a little bit. And when you hit the wall here at Winchester, you're either going to crash or slow down tremendously. And if you consistently do it, and the car behind you doesn't, that car behind you is going to catch right up to you. That's what makes this track very, very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen an NR 2003 race at Winchester, though. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh no, Jordan Newman's in the wall, and he's going to go around down the backstretch. The caution's going to come out. And the 90 hit the outside wall and came down I forget who he came down on. It might have been Jesse Turner or Blaine Keys. He came down on somebody, I know that much. It was one of these black cars here. It was either Sonor, Keys, or Whitlock. We're going to see here. We're going to go back and replay what happened to bring out this first caution. Don't think it was Whitlock. Here's Newman. And he's taking a really high lean through turns 1 and 2, trying to get a good run off the corner, but he just overshot it. And he did come down on Reagan Whitlock. He also hit Grayson Acevedo. And that sent the number 90 around down the backstretch to bring out the first caution of this race. And that's a tough break for Philip Goldberg. He had a pretty big lead on Oscar Ramirez. And that big lead's going to go away. And Oscar Ramirez is going to have a chance to get to the inside of him, or maybe the outside of him, and pass him for the lead on this restart. We're going to have to see what happens when we return here to the Winchester Speedway for the Herr's Chase the Taste 200. We are back here at the Winchester Speedway for the Herr's Chase the Taste 200. Philip Goldberg is out front in the number 69. We have a lap car of John Andrews on the inside. That may play a factor into this lead battle. Oscar Ramirez is second. Grayson Acevedo is third. Reagan Whitlock is fourth. Garrett Sonora is fifth. Blaine Keys, Wolfgang Stone, Davey Johnson, Jesse Turner, and Tyler Selzman, the top 10. We're racing once again here at Winchester, and Philip Goldberg gets a great jump on the start, but he don't want to overshoot this corner, and came close, but he's not going to hit the wall, and that's great news for the number 69. He's got John Andrews in between him and second place, and Oscar Ramirez here in 24. He definitely wants to get around this 48, but right now he's in a good spot. Grayson Acevedo, he just hit the outside wall there, almost came down on Reagan Whitlock. They're running side by side for third place. Acevedo's going to have third at the line that time by. 24 is a little high. And 24 is going to scrape the wall a little bit, but he's going to be okay for now. So Philip Goldberg in the 69. He's going to hit the wall quite a bit there. That may open the door for John Andrews to get around him. And if that happens, that's going to open the door for Ramirez to get around the 69. But John Andrews, he's going to be put on the outside here. He's going to... No, he isn't. I thought he was going to hit the wall. He was way up there, and I thought he was going to tap that outside wall, but he was able to keep it off the wall that time. And we're still green here at Winchester. Ramirez is trying to get to the inside of John Andrews. He's just going to spin him into the wall. And we got ourselves a couple cars around, and that's going to bring out the caution, and they're all over the place right now. Philip Goldberg still out front. He just lapped a bunch of cars there. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here on the restart. But anyways, take a look and see what happened to bring out the caution. And I see Jordan Newman with a lot of front end damage, and that was not from the incident he had earlier. Just going to have to see. That was a big crash down the backstretch. And Wolfgang Stone right in between Jesse Turner. Well, actually, no, that was way before Jesse Turner got there. This is why the caution's out. Blaine Keys into the outside wall, and Wolfgang Stone went around. And then the 60 of Tyler Selzman came and ARCA braked right into him. We got Ryan Madden, Dan Park, the 90 of Jordan Newman, the 22 of Ryan Madden was involved. Austin Spencer's around. Nicholas Amadeo. I see Cole Baker with damage. Looks like the 5 of Fitzwater might have been involved a little bit. And right before, well, not really, the caution was already out, but we were following this right here. Oscar Ramirez got into the 48 of John Andrews, and Andrews took a hard hit to the inside. So it looks like we're going to end up with quite a few guys a lap down, because the 69 of Philip Goldberg just drove around these guys like it wasn't his business. And it looks like they're going to have a while figuring that out. Going to take a while figuring that out, but yeah, caution comes out for Wolfgang Stone in the 52. Quite a few guys actually have damage, because it looks like Alonso's heading to the pits. I'm not sure if something else happened, but quite a few guys here have damage, and yeah, these guys were actually involved in the crash. So, you know, the crash is happening, the track's kind of blocked, and they just all ARCA brake right into it. Look, Nick Smith, Tristan Allen, they were involved. I think Alonso was involved in the 34. Spencer was involved in the 44. He was around sideways on the racetrack for a while. I think Nicholas Amadeo hit him. And Matt Tuck got a piece of it. Julian Quintero in the 64 as well. Quite a few drivers involved in that one. Anyways, there's your leader. It's Philip Goldberg, but he's lapping a bunch of guys here. And I'm going to say this is the second time I've tried to record it. The first time my mic was turned down way too low, and we had a problem on the first restart where some of the cars that were a lap down were starting mixing in with, you know, the guys who were the leaders, and not in a single file line, but they were double file, and they were not supposed to be, and hopefully that doesn't happen this time, but we'll see when we return here to the Winchester Speedway for the Herr's Chase the Taste 200. So we're back, and that thing I just talked about is happening again. But this time we're just going to see what happens. It's the 69 to Philip Goldberg out front. Oscar Ramirez is second. Grayson Acevedo's third. Reagan Whitlock's fourth. Garrett Tenor is fifth. You got a lot of these lap cars on the outside of the leaders. It's a mess out there, but the pace car is pulled off and we're racing once again. But Philip Goldberg, he doesn't have anybody alongside him. That's good news for him. Oscar Ramirez, he's looking to go to the inside of the 48, but he's not going to be able to do it. He has another lap car to the outside of him. Nicholas San Medeo in the 13. It's a lap down after getting involved in that crash. Grayson Acevedo, he's running third. He's to the inside of Austin Spencer right now. Reagan Whitlock is fourth. He's underneath of Matt Tuck. And fifth place is Garrett Tenor in the 66, all to the inside of the lap cars. The lap car started on the outside that time. I'm not entirely sure why. The 44, he's scraping the wall a lot there. But this looks like an easy win for Philip Goldberg. It has been a mess here at the Winchester Speedway. But hasn't really been a mess for this number 69. And it looks like Philip Goldberg is going to get his first ever Napa fan win here today. But it's not over yet. You never know when this 69 could overshoot a corner and lose a lot of momentum. But when you're in the lead by that much, you still hit the outside wall. As he did that, exiting 2 that time. He's coming close to hitting that outside wall pretty much every lap. He's running a really high line. That's the fastest line to run, but you don't want to overshoot it. And many guys are doing that here in this race. This 13 of Nicholas San Medeo, even though he has a lot of rear end damage, he's going pretty fast. But he's into the wall, and there goes Oscar Ramirez right by him. 24 looks pretty good to finish in second place. Now there's definitely not going to be enough time for this 24 to get to the 69. It's 2 laps to go here at Winchester. Grayson Acevedo trying to get around Nicholas San Medeo. San Medeo keeps on hitting that outside wall, and he's falling back in that 13 now. Reagan Whitlock, he's in the middle of lap traffic running in 4th, and Garrett Tenor is 5th. It's the white flag here at Winchester, and Philip Goldberg is out of here in the number 69. And exiting turn number 4, Goldberg's going to get his first win of the season in the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series. Number 69, a dominating performance here at the Winchester Speedway. Had a couple crashes. It was a mess there on the second restart, but not for Philip Goldberg, as he would lead every single lap in this race to take home the victory in the Herr's Chase the Taste 200. So there the official standings right there. It wasn't as much of a mess as I thought it was, but still ended up with quite a few guys a lap down, and I still don't know why they started on the outside lane on that restart there. That doesn't make any sense at all to me. But anyways, it is what it is, and Philip Goldberg, he's the winner of this race. We'll take a look at the rest of the results right here. And only 4 guys failed to finish. It was Jordan Newman, Wolfgang Stone, Tyler Seldman, and Cole Baker. They had a lot of front-end damage from that crash that happened midway through the race. But anyways, congratulations to Philip Goldberg for winning. Here are the points for the NRLOA ARCA Racing Series presented by Krispy Kreme. And thank you guys very much for watching. So that is it for me, and I will see you guys later.
And the Mac is back, no slack. On a DC track that's jacked beyond comprehension. I believe that I failed to mention that there's a lack of recognition when it comes to his position. Cause if Christ can't be crossed over, then I'll keep my